This news blast is brought to you by QBerg, Pittsburgh's source for LGBTQ plus news and community information. To learn more about QBerg, check out their website at qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. Time for this news blast from the PEP Radio Newsroom. The governing body for U.S. collegiate sports changed its policy for transgender athletes on Thursday, allowing only those assigned female at birth to compete in women's sports. The move by the National Collegiate Athletic Association came one day after President Donald Trump issued an executive order aimed at banning transgender athletes from girls' and women's sports. The order allows federal agencies to deny funding to groups that do not consider birth-assigned genders in determining sex. The NCAA comprises 1,100 colleges in all 50 states with more than 530,000 student athletes. We strongly believe that clear, consistent, and uniform eligibility standards would best serve today's student athletes instead of patchwork of conflicting state laws and court decisions, NCAA President Charlie Baker said in a statement. To that end, President Trump's order provides a clear national standard. Trump took a victory lap on social media saying he had saved women's sports. Exciting news! Due to my executive order, which I proudly signed yesterday, the NCAA has officially changed their policy of allowing men in women's sports. It is now banned, Trump posted. Well, if you're so into women's sports, why hasn't the federal government increased the funding that's going to pay for scholarships for women athletes? Until President Trump has an answer to that one, I don't care what he says. Baker said last year he knew of only 10 transgender NCAA athletes, but 3 former teammates of University of Pennsylvania transgender women's swimmer Leah Thomas sued the NCAA and the school over Thomas competing at Ivy League and NCAA championships. San Jose State University also had teams decline to compete against its women volleyball team over unconfirmed claims that there was a transgender player on the roster. The NCAA's prior rule on transgender athletes had been to default to the position of the sport's U.S. national governing body or International Federation competition rules. The NCAA Board of Governors is reviewing the executive order and will take necessary steps to align NCAA policy in the coming days, subject to further guidance from the administration, Baker said. The association will continue to help foster welcoming environments on campuses for all student athletes. We stand ready to assist schools as they look for ways to support any student athletes affected by changes in the policy. No, you don't. I'm sorry, NCAA, but no, you don't. You buckled to Pumpkin Führer Trump in Washington just like that, just like every other major business, corporation, etc., all across the United States buckled when the thrust was there to get rid of DEI. You buckled. And no, you don't care. Under the policy changes, a student assigned female at birth who has started hormone therapy such as testosterone cannot compete on a women's team, but can continue to practice with a women's team and receive benefits such as medical care while practicing. The NCAA also said individual schools have the autonomy to determine athletics participation on their campuses, and that the policy does not apply to mixed men's and women's team sports such as rifle. There are reasons why I sit on this side of the desk and read the news, but it's days like this, it's really hard to get through. And it's on days like this that I remember that you're well advised to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. You can also listen to us on the Pennsylvania Equality Project website, paequality.com. If you are listening via YouTube, be sure to click the subscribe button. And that's the news blast for this hour. Up next is the Meadville area weather forecast.